today we will compare and contrast two different stories, okay? Even though they are two different stories, there's going to be a lot of similarities, okay? What are two similar folk tales or fairy tales that we've read last week? Can you guys raise your hand? Yes, Jacqueline.
Cinderella and Yashin.
Good, Cinderella and Yashin, right? So there were some similarities and there were some differences, okay? So there's many different fables within two different cultures, right? So like, what was the setting in Yashin? Can you raise your hands? Yes, Daniel.
China.
It was in China, right? And Cinderella, was it in China?
No.
No, it wasn't. Great. So I'm going to show you a short clip. Don't speak about what the story is. Just watch it, and then we're gonna talk about it once we're done. Okay? Okay.
I'm sorry. I wanted to begin for
So while it loads, can anyone tell me what similarities mean? Yes, Eric. It means what's the same?
Like they do like all the things. They do all the things that are the same.
Okay, so when you compare two or more things, that can be the same, right? Good. Then what is the difference? What's the difference? Yes, Grace.
Something that is different.
Something that is different. So what's different? When let's say we're comparing the difference, and what does it mean when we're comparing the difference?
It means that, like in Cinderella, her shoe that she lost was a glass slipper, and in Yashin, the shoe that she lost was her friend Goldeyes.
Yes, so it was it was a silk slipper, right?
Yeah.
From the book. Great, good job. So that's a difference, right? So since the video seems to be loaded, we are going to watch it, and then after you're going to tell me what it is, okay?
That will see you through all the trials that life can offer. Have courage and be kind.
Hey, this is the movie that's coming on here.
She'll merely be your stepmother. You've got two lovely sisters to keep company. So I'll know as far away as I may be that you'll be safe.
Wouldn't you prefer to eat when all the work is done, Ella? Yes, stepmother. Why do you even call me that? Madam will do.
Cinderella. Daddy, I love Cinderella.
Are you alright, Miss? What do they call you?
Never mind what they call me.
I'm sorry.
It's not your day.
Nor yours either, are they? I hope to see you again, Miss.
And are you? You have more kindness in your little finger than most people possess in their whole body.
It was my mother's old dress.
It would be an insult to take you to the palace dressed in these old rags. You shall not go to the ball.
Excuse me.
Why are you crying?
Who are you?
That's better.
My fairy godmother. Now, where's my son? Made of glass.
And you find that really comfortable.
Now off you go.
For you shall go to the ball.
They're all looking at you.
Believe me, they're all looking at you.
Where there is kindness, there is goodness. And where there is goodness, there is magic.
I have to see her again.
Are you looking for this?
It's coming on theaters. Why are you talking? It's on March 1st.
Good. So, who knew what that movie was? Can you raise your hands? Yes, Asri. It was Cinderella, right? It came out in theaters recently. Who watched it. Oh wow, did you guys enjoy it?
I watched that.
Yeah? Okay. So was it similar to the book that we read for Cinderella?
No.
It wasn't? Really? How? What was different?
Did you see the movie?
Yes, Daniel.
No.
Then you can
In the
see it.
book, the dress was purple, and in the movie, the dress was blue.
Oh really? Okay, how about Mari?
In the book, the stepmother didn't have the slipper.
Can you say that one more time?
In the book, the stepmother didn't have the glass slipper.
Oh, she didn't have the glass slipper. Okay. Was there a similarity? Grace.
In the book, there are two stepsisters, and in the book, there are also one stepmother.
Oh, good. So there was two stepsisters and a stepmother for both the book and the movie. Very good. Okay. So exactly what you guys been doing, we are going to compare and contrast the similarities and differences with two Cinderella stories. Okay. So before we do that, I have something. Can you guys see it well?
No.
Should we turn off one light?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Let's see.
And yeah,
Is that better? Okay. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you two different types of fairy tales. Okay. And then you're going to tell me what they are. Okay. We're gonna raise our hands. Raise your hands. Armand. Sleeping Beauty, right? And we're going to compare it with. Okay, Snow White. Thank you. Next time, let's raise our hands and answer. Great. So, let's compare these two. Let's do that. Okay. So, like everyone said, one is Snow White and the other one is Sleeping Beauty, right? So if we were to compare, and compare means what, Eugene?
To get them together.
To what them together?
Put them together.
Put them together? Is that what do you do when you compare? Yeah.
You find the differences and similarities that they have.
Very good, very good. So we're going to do that for these stories, okay? So some similarities between Snow White and Sleeping Beauty are, well, they're both princesses, is that right?
Yeah.
Is it? Was Snow White always a princess?
No.
No, she wasn't. She actually married a prince, and that's how she became a princess, right? So is that a similarity or a difference?
Different.
A difference. Very good. So, a similarity can be that they both go under a sleeping spell, right? Yeah. Who can explain how Snow White got into a sleeping spell? Yes, Emily.
A witch put a spell in the apple that'll make her sleep forever.
Yeah.
And then she got
Yeah. So did she eat it? Did she take a bite out of the apple?
yeah.
Yeah. Very good. How did Sleeping Beauty get into the sleeping spell? Yes, Jocelyn.
No, this is actually made a thing with the wheel that she touched and she fell into a deep spell.
Good. So she touched the spinning wheel. Very good, Mari. Yes. She touched the spinning wheel and she got into a sleep, right? So what's another similarity about how they broke out of the spell? Does anyone know? Rosemary.
Because one of the prince came in
Because it was True Love's
with
True Love's kiss, right? So Snow White and Sleeping Beauty both got out of the spell. Very good. So these are similarities and differences, okay? So just like how we did, what is another difference? Does anyone know another difference? Mari.
Snow White didn't sleep for 100 years.
Very good. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else, Tiffany? Very good. In Snow White, there are 7 dwarves. And in Sleeping Beauty, do you know what they have? Do they have dwarves? No. What do they have, Grace?
Animals.
Animals? What else? But who helped Sleeping Beauty? Daniel. Fairies. Do you guys remember the 3 fairies?
Yeah.
Right? The 3 fairies protected Sleeping Beauty, while the 7 dwarves protected Snow White. Right?
Yeah.
Very good. You guys are so good at this. Okay. Can you guys give me one more similarity then? Similarity? Emily.
One more similarity that they both and true love.
Oh, they both true love kids. Very good. Did you guys notice how Emily put it in complete sentences? That was a really good answer. Very good. Okay. So, we looked over these 2 different stories, right? Now, who can help me pass? Who was it again? Rosemary and who else?
Just have one.
You only have one? Okay. Rosemary, you can pick one more person. So we're going to do a double bubble map. Okay? We're going to do one together. Okay? You can pick whoever you like.
Double bubble map.
Mm-hmm. And in this double bubble map, quickly. Jeremy? Okay. Here you go, sweetie. Okay, so pass 1 to everyone. So we're going to do a double bubble map. And in this double bubble map, we're going to compare and contrast Sleeping Beauty and Snow White with the discussion we just had, okay? Yes. Okay, who can tell me what a double bubble map is? Asti. Very good, very good. So you write the similarities and differences between 2 things, right? Here, bring it. So do you write the similarities on this side? No, right? Where do you write it?
In the
In
middle.
the middle, right here, right? Because you see how they're connected from this bubble with this one. You can get a pencil or not. Get on the page. Thank you, Ashley. Did everyone get? Thank you so much. Did everyone get one?
Here.
Yeah? Okay. First thing you do on your paper, you should write your. Very good. Write your name, please. I'll give you. And your number. Good job, David. Today, please. Today. Write your name. Looks like you're waiting for tomorrow. Okay. Great job, you guys. Yes. Oh, you don't have paper? Really? Okay. So, I said that I was going to compare what story and what story? David. Very good. So, let's put Sleeping Beauty on this side. Going to do it together for this one. And then, let's write Snow White on the right side. So, okay, I'll give you guys a minute. Once you're done writing that, look up so I know when you guys are ready. Mackenzie? Okay, so if we were to say one difference for Sleeping Beauty, what were the things that we just discussed about? Grace, what was one thing that was different?
Similarity.
Difference.
That the dwarfs help Snow White, and the three fairies help Sleeping Beauty.
Very good. So we would write here on the left side. What would we write?
Elves help.
Elves or fairies?
Fairies.
Fairies, right? So we could say three fairies, because that three fairies, they're the ones that help Sleeping Beauty. And then on the right side, what did we see? Seven dwarves. Very good. I'll move so you guys can see. I'll give you a minute. Good job, Rodney. So while people write, what's another difference that we can write on the middle ones? Yes, Daniel.
Snow White wasn't born in a castle.
Okay, very good. Snow White wasn't born in a castle. And Sleeping Beauty, was she?
Yes.
Do you guys know where Sleeping Beauty and Snow White was born?
No.
No. I don't think they. Yes, there. In the cabin? Yeah, they live. She lives in like a cabin, right?
Log cabin.
A log cabin? Okay. Maybe you can write that. That's a good one. Okay. So. Oh, what's a better way to say that then? Because if Sleeping Beauty was born in a castle, it means that she's a what? A princess, right? So she was born a princess. Right? And Snow White, she what? Was she born a princess? No.
Married a prince.
She married a prince and became good. So married a prince. So a bubble bath, it doesn't need to be full sentences. Yes, Arma.
Princess and prince kind of necessary.
Oh yes, they do.
Because there's prince, and then PS. If you want to be PS, you
Mhm.
can add PS.
Very good. That's a very good thing that you noticed. Good. So the base word is prince in both words. Very good. I'll give you guys yes. Oh yes, I'll pick you next. After I'm gonna give 20 more seconds. Until. Okay. Seems like almost everyone's done. Okay, so Mari, you wanted to write the last difference? Yes. What are the differences between the two stories?
Because door. You know what? Maybe she for a week
Uh-huh.
and Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, good. So, if you can tell me how long Snow White slept, then we can use that. But we don't know that, right? So, what's another difference that we can use? Another difference. Anyone? Think about like the characters. Yes.
Snow White fell into a deep sleep, away from the apple, and Sleeping Beauty fell asleep with a burning.
Very good. Very good. So even though they both fell asleep in even though that's a similarity, the difference is that Sleeping Beauty, she fell asleep with a spinning wheel, right? That was her curse. Spinning wheel. And Snow White, it was a what?
Poisonous apple.
Good. Poisonous apple. We'll just write apple.
Oh yeah.
They're so good. I'll move so that you guys can see.
White apple.
Because a spinning wheel isn't always poisonous. It's because Maleficent, she made her fate that way, right?
What's a spinning wheel?
Does anyone know what a spinning wheel is? Yes, Daniel.
It's a wheel that has a spike.
It has a spike. Do you guys know why? What it's used for? Mark.
It's made for
Hay to gold? Oh, okay. I think that's part of a different story, right? Rumpelstiltskin, where you put hay and it spins it to gold. But a spinning wheel is actually used for is it makes it's you spin it looks like a wheel and you spin it and a long time ago and it makes it into like clothes or like it makes it into that's what they did. That's what a spinning wheel is. Okay, you guys are so good. Okay, so now we have what left?
Similarities.
Similarities. Very good. So what's a similarity? Asti? Good. So fall asleep in deep spell. Very good. And I'll write that this is a similarity and this and type. And difference. No, I'm just doing that so that you guys can use this because after this bubble map, we're going to make another bubble map comparing Cinderella and Yashin. So I wanted you guys to have a good tool to see why we're doing it and what we're supposed to do. Okay, David. Why are you doing it? Do you want to answer the question? Is that why? Okay, I'll give like 10 more seconds. Let me zoom it up so you guys can see. And you know what? I said fall asleep in deep spell. That's not what it means. I wrote that wrong. It's fall asleep. No, it'd be with a spell. Okay, so sorry about that. That's my mistake. If you guys copied it, you guys can rewrite it. Yes, Grace. Oh, you're going to. Oh, David said he wants to do it next. Can you do the last one then? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll give you guys 10 more seconds and we'll do the second one, okay? Oh, 10 seconds? Okay. So while we wait for others, why don't we listen to David's next similarity? Oh, very good. Did everyone hear David? Yeah, so they both wake up with true love's kiss. Very good. Okay, seems like good job. Seems like you guys are doing a really good job. I'll give you 10 more seconds.
This.
So Grace, last one. You get the honors. What was the similarity that you wanted to say? They're both girls. Oh, okay. That's a good one. Does anyone have? So if we do that, then we can say there's boys, there's girls, all this stuff, right? So what's something else, Mari?
The both of the 7 girls and 3 fairies helped them.
Very good. So what Mari said is that both the 3 fairies and the 7 dwarves helped the princesses, right? While during what? Okay, during their sleep too. Good. Yes.
But Snow White wasn't a princess until she got married.
Yes. Very good. So how should we say the middle part then? Should we say that both?
Girls.
Okay. So that's okay. We could just put that. Because we don't need to put in a full sentence. We can say both the fairies and 7 dwarves help. We can say main character, right? Because what's a main character? Yes, Grace.
The important person
In the show or story. Yeah, very good. So it's the main character means the person that is the most important person, right? So the most important person is Princess Aurora and Snow White. So let's be or you can say girls. That's okay. You don't need to copy exactly. If you have something similar, then you can say girls. You can say princesses because they eventually become princesses.
Okay.
Yes.
You forgot the SS.
Thank you so much. Okay. While we wait for the people that are writing still, does anyone have questions about the 2 stories or the similarities? What a similarity and differences it is still? Like any questions? Yes, Dan. How does Snow White get married? Does anyone know the answer to that? Yes. A kiss? So after they kiss, they get married?
No.
I think from my understanding is that he kisses her and then
They fall in love.
right? They don't have a wedding, right? In my memory, they
They
don't.
do. I think they do.
Okay. Okay. Is everyone done? Yes. Okay. So while we wait for the few people, Rosemary and Jeremy, can you guys pass these out again? So for this one, we're going to do it with our seat partners. Okay?
What do we do?
You can, that's a very good question. Did everyone hear Armand's question? Sorry. What did Armand say? Armand, can you ask that question again for me, please? Okay, so this double bubble map of Snow White and Sleeping Beauty, you can put in your work folder. Good job, Ashley. It's okay. Yes. So once you get the new ones from Jeremy and Rosemary, please write your name and your number. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Armand. Okay, name and number. So class, you should get one each. One each. Do you have one? Oh, we're not sharing. We're gonna have one each. Because we're gonna use this to make something else. Okay? Since we're waiting for copies, I'll show you the end product. Okay? So, okay. While we wait for Miss Rita to get extra copies, we're going to make this as our end product, okay? And this is going to be put up on open house for all our parents, okay? So it says Cinderella and Yeshen, right? When you open it, it's going to be a paragraph about Cinderella here, paragraph about Yeshen here, and then a paragraph about the similarities of both stories, okay? But in order to do this, we need to do the bubble maps, okay? So who didn't receive one? Here you go.
You don't have one? Raise your hand. Raise your hand higher.
You don't have one? Why is there more people now? And Lofties? So this is what we're going to do. And for the people that have a clean one, what should we put right here on the left side? Cinderella, thank you. Can you write Cinderella? And the first person that writes Cinderella, can you give it to me so I can put it on the Elmo? You did it? Thank you. So like Maurice, someone forgot an R. Cinderella. Is that okay? Okay. So Cinderella. Okay. So on the left side you write Cinderella. And then on the right side, Isaiah, what do you write for the right side? Yeshen. Very good. Just like Friday, you would write Yeshen like this, which also, is Yeshen a name? Is Yeshen a name? Yes, so you have to put it capitalized.
Cinderella, Yeshen. Hurry up.
And the C as well, because Cinderella is the name.
You can just look up there on the board.
Okay. And once you've done that, thank you so much, Gabby. Thank you. Once you've done that, we're going to work with your partners, okay? You're going to work with the people that are next to you, okay? So, for example, Kima's going to work with Armand. Isak is going to work with Emily, right? Because we are seat partners. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to give you, so just like what we did with Snow White and Sleeping Beauty, Isaiah, we're going to write the differences here and the similarities between the two stories, okay? And you guys can discuss with your partners, and if not, I'm answering your question. If not, you can do it on your own, okay? If you don't need the help. But if your partner needs the help, please assist them, okay? Okay? Okay, I'll give you guys, everyone's done, right? Okay, I'll give you guys like 10 minutes to discuss with your, discuss with your partners, yes. Minutes.
And who's my partner?
Yes, of course.
So if I read your side for 10 seconds, you can't do anything. Is that what it is? See if someone has a
What else is a difference? Another difference. A friend fish. Let's say this. Cinderella lived in a. We're not saying in a hotel, and Hotel. Yeah, and Yeshen lived in a cave. Okay, how do you spell castle?
Castle. C-A-S.
She didn't live in a castle. She lived in like
A cabin, right?
a cabin.
Cinderella first lived in a cabin. Very good.
Lived in a cabin.
Why don't you say something with similarity so that she would explain Good job. You have 6 minutes. Class, I'm noticing that people are spelling slipper incorrectly. Okay? Does anyone know how to spell it? Asti.
Be quiet for a second.
Good. It's S-L-I-P-P-E-R. It's double P. Right? Good. We're talking about the book. That's a good question. So David asked, are we writing about the book or the movie? And we're writing about the book. Okay? The book that we all read last week. Okay? Sit down. Who gives her slippers? No, you don't. You didn't do anything. So another word I'm noticing is festival, right? For Yeshen, festival. Eugene, do you know how to spell that one? What kind of Let's listen. Oh, close. So it's F-E-S-T. Jacqueline. V-A-L. Festival. Okay, a lot of people are getting that one incorrectly. Festival. You got the S, sweetie. Festival.
They both have like
there is. Good. And an A, not E. Yes, Esau. Yes. Very good. For the books. And Yeshin only has what? One. Very good. Thank you. Good job. They're both princesses. Good job. Talking with Kayla about it? Yeah? Talk to Kayla about it, okay? She knows a lot of similarities, right, Kayla? Talk about the similarities, yes? Yeah, it is, right? Good. Are you guys almost done? Good. Then look at the cake. Good. Super. They're both girls. Try to think of something else for both girls. You're done? Okay, let me go check. Okay. Uh-huh. They live in a kind of house. Talk about. Okay, hold on. Talk to you. Beautiful dresses. Come on. Let's think of something else. One good thing. Okay, let's have one. Okay, black. 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me. Okay, so I looked around and I'm noticing people have issues with like one difference or one similarity, right? I think everyone's almost done. But okay, let's talk about this together, like as a group. What's one similarity? Christian.
They both are
Yes, they're both what?
fairy
Fairy tales. They're a type of fairy tale. What's a fairy tale, Christian?
Something that's fake.
Not just fake, but what?
Fiction.
Uh-huh. They're fiction, but what else? Christian? Do you want to help me, David? Yeah? They're both made up? Okay. In fairy tale stories, it starts with what? What did we notice? Yes, it always says once upon a time.
And live happily
Very good. At the end, it always ends with what, Grace? And they live happily. Very good. That's what a fairy tale is, right? Good. So that's one similarity that I thought everyone can write about. Yes, Kima. Very good. So one thing that we can say for difference is that Yeshen has one stepsister, Jun Li, right? And then Cinderella has two, right? But I noticed no one wrote about the father. What's the difference with the father? I'll give you guys like a minute to think about it. We've read both of them. Grace, can you say a little louder? Full sentences? Listen to Grace.
They're both fathers in Cinderella.
Okay, good. So, in Cinderella, is there a father in Cinderella? Yes, there is. The father is in the story, right? And then in Yeshen, is there a father in the story? No, that's a big difference, right? It means that there's different characters. Yes, Daniel. You need an ice pack? Can we get an ice pack? What about his leg? I don't know. Well, since we did, okay, hands down, hands down. Now that I gave you one similarity and one difference, if you're still not done, talk to your groups about it now. Talk to your seatmates. Okay, your seat partners. Okay? I was just writing that.
I'm already
That's right, that's good. And is there any words that you need help with? Yes. Stepsister? Okay. Isaiah, do you know how to write stepsister? Yeah? Can you say it for me, please?
S-T-E-P-S-T-E-P. Stepsister. S-I-S-T-E-R.
Very good. Is that a compound word? What is a compound word? Eugene.
A word that has two words.
Let's listen to Eugene. What did he say?
A word that has two words combined.
Yes, it's when two words combine and make one new word. Very good. Very good. Okay, I'm gonna give 2 more minutes for the people that aren't done. And then if you're done, look at your bubble maps because I'm gonna bring up 3 people that and they're going to talk about their bubble maps, okay? Okay, look at it. I'm gonna go around and see.
Okay. So after Maury can come up, so you're gonna talk about the similarities and the differences you have.
Chinese, China.
I already have it.
Very good, thank Okay, seems like everyone's done. So I pre-selected 3 people that I thought could share things, okay? So Mari, can you come up here? Can you tell us, you can put it right here and you can show us, okay? So you're just going to talk about Cinderella, okay? And then the other ones, the other 2 people will do it, okay? Okay.
There was a glass.
Good.
She lived in a cabin, and when she didn't hear that her stepsister would know that's her, the clock strike midnight.
Good, good. So I really like the last one. Did everyone hear what Mari said?
Yes.
Yeah? So the reason why Cinderella had to leave the ball was because of what? You want to say it again?
The tick, the clock strike.
Good. The clock struck midnight, right? And that's why she had to go because all of her clothes were going to turn what?
Back into rags.
Into rags. Very good. Good job. Okay. Grace, can you come up?
They'll become tiny rags.
Okay. So you're going to tell us the similarities for us, okay? The similarities between Cinderella and Yeshen. Similarities.
Cinderella is that they both have mean stepmothers.
Oh, very good. They do. Do you know the name of the two? For Cinderella, I don't think they had a name, right? Stepmother. But for Yeshen, there was a name. Do you remember her name? Do you know? June. Very good. Very good. Okay, next one.
Another one is that they both got married.
They both got married to who?
To the prince.
To a prince. They both got married to a prince, right? So you can say to a prince. That's really good. And then the last one?
They both are fairy tales.
Good. So both stories are fairy tales because they started with
Once upon a time, and then
very good. High five. Good job. Okay, and Astrid, she's going to tell us about Yeshen, okay? Excuse me, son. Thank you. So just Yeshen. Okay. So let's pay attention. Last one. Good. And Yeshen, it's silk slippers. Very good. The next one.
they both get married.
Good. So the slipper was in a what? Was it in a house? It was in a hut. Very good. The shoe was in a hut, and then she tried to steal it. Very good. And last one. Good. So the fish friend helped her go to the festival and gave her what too?
A dress.
A beautiful dress. Very good. High five. Okay, great. So for tomorrow, what we're going to do is everyone please put your bubble maps in your work folder. Can't forget it in your work folder.
Yeah, we're going back.
Okay. So tomorrow we're going to make this using a double bubble map. So we have to put it in the work folder.